Well, hey YouTubes, how's it going? As of last Memorial Day, I have owned Lucy for 1 year, and boy did time go fast. I've got roughly 4,500 miles on her, so I'm going to give you my quick 1 year review of what I think about this bike. Before we do that, I know most of you are here for the sound clips, so I'll go ahead and roll those right now. And now, the walk around, which is probably what you're here for, secondly, of some of the stuff that I've done to the bike since I've owned her. Alright, so here's a quick walk around of what I've done to my 2019 Road King Special for the time being. A little windy, I hope it's not coming through on the mic. The first thing that I did when I bought her was I got the Harley Davidson wind splitter windshield, and it has been amazing. The top of it comes up to about my chin, and the wind comes up and deflects above my head, plus it hits this piece here, and I have a flap on the inside that helps deflect it up. And there is zero buffeting. I wear glasses when I ride, and if I ride with a normal windshield, they start shaking around at 60 miles an hour, and then I can't see, and this does not do that at all. It's like a cool light breeze in my face, and it's just a great experience. The second thing I did when I bought my bike is what most everybody does when they buy their bike, is they change the exhaust. Now, I go through a lot of pipes through all my bikes that I've ever owned. I'm never really happy with the sound. I am currently satisfied, but we'll see how long that lasts. My current setup is a Vance & Hine dresser duals with, it's basically a Frankenstein exhaust. These are the Tab Performance Zombie cans with a zombie baffle inside, but I have modified them and using them as basically a straight pipe setup, because they kind of are. And I have Vance & Hine's twin slash baffles inside the zombie baffle, along with a DK Customs torque ring. I also have different tips that are made by Chromeworks. I had to modify the can a little bit to make them fit, but I very much like the way they look. They sound amazing. I think that the Tab Zombies have like a hollow can kind of sound to them, and I lost some back pressure with them, but the way I'm using them, it sounds great. It has a deep rumble to them, and I have a lot of the back pressure back with the sound decibels of a zombie. I also have the Arlen Ness Monster Sucker. I had one of these on my last bike, and I very much liked it. It lets a lot of air through the engine. It just looks good. It gives it a fast kind of feel to the bike, the way it looks. It's an air intake. What are you gonna do, to set everything else off, I installed the Power Vision, and I have a custom map from Fuel Moto. I also have Target Tune, and if you don't know what that does, it's a wideband sensor. The narrowband sensors pretty much only operate around 14, and the narrow band will see about from 10 to 20 on your sensor levels. So for the field tables, the Lambda tables. So I have my Lambda tables set around 13.8, and then cruising speeds are around 14.1. It performs very well for what I need. I also have a SNS 475 cam. It's their higher lift cam, while being able to keep the stock springs. I chose to not use quickie push rods. I do not like them. It's a personal preference. Nothing against those who do use them. I don't like the hollowness of them. So I ended up taking the entire everything apart and then using my stock push rods. I have SNS premium lifters. I did not change the cam plate or the oil pump. I didn't feel a need to for the way I'm running my bike. I can always change it later, but it's not required. So that pretty much completes the setup of performance. Basically just stage 2. And she runs really good. The map is great for this bike, and I'm very, very pleased with her. Well, we're back to cosmetics. I have the Eagle Lights 7-inch LED headlight. This has a halo around it. Looks very nice. I'm very happy with that. I don't ride a lot at night, but it's very bright and people can see me during the daytime. I also have Custom Dynamics Pro LEDs with the black ring on both sides. And then I have Custom Dynamics Pro LEDs in the rear that also have a black ring. Going back to the front yet again, I have some Harley axle nut covers. I changed these grips to a company called Soft Grip. Check them out on their website, softgrip.com, I believe. They look like stock levers, but they're not. They come in an inch. So the original levers came out to about here. These come in about an inch closer to me. They make it a lot more easier to grip onto, and I can have my whole hand on it instead of just my front indexed. I stayed with the stock levers for now, or the stock mirrors for now. I'm pretty happy with those. I don't have a reason to swap those out. I have highway pegs. These are just Harley Davidson ones. I forget the collection that this comes off of. Tribal. These are tribals. I don't believe they make them anymore. So that's what that is. The timer cover. I have the Screaming Eagle 114 Stage 2, even though it's not a Harley Davidson cam. I also have Zero 3D bolt covers. They're all around the bike, just to kind of clean it up and get some more black on here. I have a Kuryakin oil cap on this side of the bike. Avon Grips. I'm a big fan of Avon. They're priced well for what they are. They're very comfortable. They last a long time. They look good on the bike. These are Kuryakin Cat Eye gas cap, and then a matching Kuryakin Cat Eye gas gauge, and the gas gauge also has a voltage gauge to it. So if I turn on the bike, it shows that I'm almost full and I have about 12 volts going on the bike right now. One of the bigger things that I did also, what makes it cosmetically, is changing the instrument gauge. This is a Koso brand. Turn it back on for you again. I have another video all about this. I enjoy it very much. The only thing is that for the Road King special, the fuel gauge does not function correctly, so I have it turned off, which is why I bought the Karaoke fuel gauge, so I can see how much there is. I like this a lot better because the RPMs are the analog, so it's more accurate and I can see them. I normally don't pay a whole lot of attention to how fast I'm going. I judge it by the RPMs anyway, and then I have the gear indicator, how fast I'm going, and there's all kinds of functionality by using the trip button. Here's my power vision. I have it set up to give me lambda values and fuel table values because I like to tune things, and it makes sense for me to see that. Let's see what else I've done. I've changed out the saddlebag levers to black. They come chrome. I don't understand that. I have the caps for the luggage rack. I bought a Karaoke lay-down license plate. It's curved. This looks aesthetically a lot better. I also have a new derby cover. This is the Harley collection, I think Kahuna, if that's correct. It just looks good on the bike. Black, and it has a red Harley Davidson logo. Avon grip. Shifter peg. I bought this shift lever. I guess you want to call it shift lever. I don't know what they actually call it. It's just from Amazon. It's just a black one. But I did have the part that connects to the transmission powder coated black. So this is normally like a regular steel. It's not even chrome. It's just like a steel thing. So I had that powder coated. I'm pretty happy with the floorboards, but I didn't like where they sat, so I bought the Harley Davidson extended reach floorboards, but they only come in chrome, so I had these powder coated as well. They come about an inch farther up, so the stock ones stop about right here, and I felt just a little more cramped on it, so that helped out quite a bit. Let's see, what else did I do to this bike? Oh, how could I forget? One of the big things that you saw was the handlebars. I swapped these out myself. These are 14-inch KST straight jackets. The stock handlebars on the 2019 Road King special are absolutely terrible. They put your wrist in an awkward position and it makes your wrist hurt after 30 minutes to an hour of riding. I'm on a couple of Facebook groups and everybody complains about them. And so these 14 inches are perfect. They make my riding position right about shoulder height, and I absolutely love them. I changed those out myself. Took about 3 hours in my garage. And then I think lastly, from what I've done to this, is the phone mount holder. I can't remember what this is called. It's a pretty popular one. You can find it on YouTube and Facebook and Amazon. You'll know it from this T-looking thing. It holds my phone very well. It doesn't go anywhere. I am very happy with that. So yeah, I think without missing too much, if I did something small, but this is my 2019 Road King special and the things that I have done to her as of right now. I do have some future plans for her. I'd like to get an AIM slave cylinder for the clutch to make it lighter. There's a couple of smaller things I could do, but the more expensive one is the rear shocks. The rear shocks on a Harley Davidson suck in general, especially the touring models. I have mine all the way down as far as adjustability, and it's just hard. I'd like to get some Legends Revo A's, but they're about $1,000. So I don't know. Maybe if we get another stimulus package or something, I might do that. Oh yeah, I also got a black the seat bolt. So I think that'll do it for my walk around. Let me know what you guys think. While I'm thinking about it, I also bought this water bottle holder off Amazon several years ago. I've had it on all of my bikes now. It just moves over with it. It just clamps on and it holds my water, so it's nothing special about that. So let me know what you guys think, and that'll do it for this. So now that that's out of the way, as you might have seen in my other videos when I talked more about my purchasing experience, Hunter's Moon Harley Davidson opened up on Memorial Day just for me last year, which was very cool of them to do, so I could purchase this 2019 Road King Special and take her home. It came to me that my Dyna Fat Bob that I had done most everything that I wanted to her, and I was kind of getting bored and wanted to do something new to play with, and I was venturing out more and more and longer distances, and I wanted more of a touring bike with hard saddlebags and a better windscreen and such. So I decided to trade up to the new Milwaukee 8, knowing that they were a little more quiet, but I could probably fix that with a cam and some pipes, which I certainly did. And this has been an excellent bike so far. I have yet to have any kind of trouble whatsoever with her, and she's been great. I currently have about 4,500 miles racked into this bike, but I don't ride to work. I don't get groceries with her. You know, I really only ride when it's nice out, so I'm that type of rider. And I really don't have anything else to say other than that she's been a great bike. Very comfortable. I can ride for hours and hours on end without having any major pain, even with the stock seat. She's very nimble to go around corners. The improvements that I've done with the cam and tune, she's fast enough for me, considering that she's not a sport bike. It's a Harley, so it's, you know, not like you're gonna go, you know, 4 seconds and a quarter mile with her to begin with. But that's not what I'm after with this bike. If I wanted that, I would buy like a FZ10 or something. But as I stated, very comfortable. I got a heck of a deal with her. I owe very little on her, and I'll probably have her paid off either this year or next. And this is a bike that I can see myself having for many, many years. I'm not the type of rider that requires music to enjoy a ride. Actually, it's quite the opposite. My music is the bike. I enjoy listening to the exhaust and the sounds around me, and just experiencing the ride and all the smells, the scenery. My philosophy, and no offense to anybody that has a touring bike with radio, if I wanted a radio and wanted to go on that type of ride, I would just drive my car. It's a little windy out, so I hope you guys can hear me okay today. I need to get like a different dead cat or something for my mic to take some of that wind noise down. So I'm located in central Indiana, where it's windy in the summer and springtime, but it's got a nice level of humidity and temperature. It's supposed to get about 90 degrees today, so I took the day off to make this fine video for you guys. So this is not going to be a super long video. I've already given you my my sound clip from a recent video that I made, and then a walk around. So the big question is, do I regret buying this bike? Nope, not at all. I don't regret trading in my Dyna. I do like and kind of miss the twin cam feel and sound. It's a little more mechanical not so refined. But also on the other side, my dad does have a twin cam that I ride occasionally, so if I want that experience, I can hop on his bike at any time and get that. So I hope you enjoy this small clip of my 1-year ownership review, what I've done to her. It's a very comfortable bike. I would recommend her, Road King, to anybody if you're not looking for something with a radio, but want a touring line with just a couple $1,000s less from a street glide and a road glide. So you guys have a great and safe day. Get out there and make some videos I can watch. Deuces.